Bonjour, Emily Talpin, I'm System Ambassador in the US. Welcome back to the channel. Today, let's talk about doing wildlife photography with a macro lens like the 90. Is it something that you can do? Is it something that you should do? So let's get started. A few weeks ago, one of you asked me if he could buy the 90mm macro like this one. Actually, I paired it with the OM5 Mark II and use it for wildlife photography because that person didn't really want to invest in another lens or was trying to find a solution and see if maybe that would be enough. And the short answer is yeah, 100%. You can definitely do some wildlife photography with the 90mm macro. Actually, a couple of days ago, I was in Nova Scotia and I was in a provincial park, so beautiful. And there were a lot of bunnies. I love bunnies, they're so cute. And I was doing some macro photography in the park and this bunny just popped up right in front of me. The only thing I had with me was the OM5 Mark II and the 90mm macro. And yeah, that's the photo that I took with my setup. So yes, you can 100% do wildlife photography with the 90mm macro lens. And after all, you can also do it with the 60mm macro. That works as well. But I mean, there are some compromises, right? Otherwise, everybody would just forget about telephoto lenses and just do their wildlife photography with macro lenses. The problem with the 90mm macro is that you have to be close to your subject, even if your subject is pretty big, even if you're going to get out of the super macro mode like I am right now, you have to be close. And you also have to understand that you might do more of your subject in its element, right? Because you're not going to get a very good close-up, except if you're very, very close to your subject. You need to have really good fieldcraft if you're going to do wildlife photography with a macro lens, with the 90mm macro. It's not impossible. We can all do it. You just need to have good skills to get close to the animal. And actually, I shouldn't say to get close to the animal. You need to understand how your subject works and make sure that he's coming your way. Let him come your way. Then yes, that's going to work. But otherwise, can a macro lens replace the telephoto lens? No, because in my opinion, there are a lot of times when you need that distance. It's better for you, it's better for your subject. And so that's why my macro lens will never replace my telephoto lens. And that's why I have a macro lens and I have a dedicated telephoto lens. You don't have to buy the 150-400, which is the best lens, in my opinion, that you can get on the market. You can get cheaper lenses that are telephoto lenses and are going to do a great job for you. But if you are serious about wildlife photography, then you need the telephoto lens. But if you're stuck and you have the 90mm macro, then, I mean, the rabbit was an example. Actually, I had the 60mm macro and I find a little baby robin when I was doing some macro work as well. And I was able to get this shot. So just know the limitation of your lens, but also don't be afraid. Yeah, that's all I have right now on my camera. How am I going to make it work? It's a good exercise. Actually, I made a video one year about just using one lens and just doing as much as you could with this one lens. It was a great exercise. I'm going to put the link right here. I recommend that you watch it and do this challenge because it's a great challenge. So I hope this answered your questions and this brings a little bit more clarity on can you really use a macro lens to do some wildlife photography. Now, I want to thank you again for all your support. If you're not a subscriber, well, hit the subscribe button, click on the like and hit the bell so you know when my videos are going to come out. And I will see you next week. Until then, happy shooting. Au revoir.